Hey, what is going on, everyone, and welcome to my first recording of my gun stuff. I am the Paranoid Prepper, and actually that's probably not the name I'm going to stick with, but today we are looking at a custom AR-15. So, out the mag, it is empty, and let's take a look at a custom AR mag, or AR 15. Now, I have here it's on the other side, a Ruger lower and an Anderson upper. Now, one of the things you have to keep in mind is that most parts are all interchangeable, and because of that, they all fit together fairly well. That being said, if you look here, let's push this back together. If you look here, there is a tiny gap. You might not be able to see it. Let's see if I can get some light on here. Don't know if you can see that or not, but there is a gap in between there. Now, the gap is not that big of a deal, but if you are running suppressed, which I'm not, then you're going to have a few issues. The next thing that you've got to consider is the type of butt plate that you go with, or the back of the stock for it. And one of the perks of having a custom AR is that, well, you can make it look however you want it. For instance, this front grip I have here, I think it looks beautiful. I like the M-lock. I'm not too big on the key lock, but I'm not too big on it. I love the way this looks. I like the way it feels when you grip it to shoot. It just feels really great in the hand. The other thing is, I don't know if you can really see that here. Let's put it right there. But here in the shroud is a 223 Wild. And 223 Wild is supposed to be special and magical pony and do all these wonderful things. And so that is what I opted for. And that's another benefit. You know, the lower was not exuberant because, well, they're not really expensive now. The upper wasn't that expensive. The guts on this were kind of pricey, but it just depends. Now, this is a mil-spec trigger that I've got on here. Again, check, it's empty. Okay, do a safety check. It is in fact empty. But if you look at it, okay, so here, there's almost no take back. And reset, again, barely move my hand, and then fire again. And mil-spec is beautiful. I mean, it just works. So why go with an AR-15 that you built over a pre-built AR-15? Each have their benefits, but for me, one of the biggest benefits was the fact that I bought the lower first. It was the first thing that I purchased, and it was my step into beginning my AR-15 journey, so to speak. And I bought that in January of last year, or no, December of 17. And I said, you know what, I'm going to take my time, I'm going to build it, I'm going to do it the way I want it. And I did. And it took me just about a year before I could build my AR-15. And in about November, I got my last piece in, which was the forward grip. I looked everywhere, I found a really good price on it. And I believe it was primaryarms.com. I'm not affiliated with anybody, obviously. This is my first video. But I found it on Primary Arms, I believe. And it just, I love the way it looks. I went to several different websites. I did a bunch of price comparisons. And for the rifle that I have, far outweighs what I would have gotten had I not waited and just bought a complete AR. Not to say those aren't great. You know, the marriage between the upper and the lower receiver is, well, what happened? There it is far superior because they were built to be together. They were built to sit next to each other and to do the job of keeping it tight. And that tightness, if you have it, you're sitting here with it on your face or right here and you're looking through, you're going to have blowback from suppression. This hasn't been a problem. I'm not suppressed. I don't have a can on. Again, you can see it here. But that is one of the things that you have to take into consideration. Are you going to suppress your AR? Or will you be suppressing it in the future? So like right here, for instance, I can see that there's a lot of space. So another thing that you need to note is when you're building an AR, you have to know how to build an AR, which is the purpose for me building this gun in the first place. I wanted to see not only if I could do it, but to know how to do it so I can learn everything inside and out. You know, this is my first, now I have a Ruger 1022, which I plan on doing a video on that here soon, but it was my first build and my first getting into all the intricacies of an AR system or a gun system for that matter. So there's a lot of things that I didn't know. There's a lot of things that I had no idea what they were talking about, like a buffer tube. I didn't know what that was. I do now. But, you know, I think personally building an AR-15 for the sake of building an AR-15 is a good experience, good knowledge, and a good way to learn the ins and outs of not just this gun, but for all guns and all rifles that you might get your hands on. And so I would highly encourage you, just buy a piece a year, buy a piece a month, whichever, and just start building your AR-15 and do it right, and you won't be upset with yourself in the end. I mean, it's not the greatest AR-15, but to me, it's fantastic. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed my first one. Sorry, I'm a little bit skittish, a little nervous. It's my first gun video that I've ever done. Anyways, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. God bless.